You ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Name 100 active NBA players.
100 active ones.
100 active NBA players. And we're going to go back and forth.
Victor Wembanyama.
LeBron James.
Cedric Howard.
Jalen Wells.
Gigi.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
There we go.
It took 77 players to get to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Grizzlies, take your fandom to the next level by becoming an MVP.
How long have you been an MVP?
Since day one.
Enjoy the great benefits of being a season ticket member. Pre-game MVP moments, including Autograph Alley, exclusive Grizz gear deals, access to member or MVP-only player events, and much more.
He's been an MVP for 22 years!
Become a Grizzlies MVP today.
From the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
My name is Gary Parrish, speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio, FedEx Forum. We're in downtown Memphis. Bennett Doyle right there producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you're ready for intense debates about the future of your Memphis Grizzlies, because with the 2026 NBA draft now less than a week away, and with Ja Morant expected to be moved in the coming days or weeks or whatever, things are going to look a lot different around here fairly soon. And all of this came up last night in the pre-draft chalk talk Lane Whitaker and I did at Southland just across the river. Interesting conversations we got into. I'll tell you about some of them momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. The next segment, about 20 minutes, Chris Vernon going to join me. You know him, host of the Chris Vernon Show, weekdays noon, Grind City Media. I'll talk all things NBA, NBA draft, Memphis Grizzlies with Vernon. He's going to be here with me in the next segment. Finish talking to him, take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we will discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories. Among them, Memphis Athletic Director Dr. Ed Scott held a press conference to update everybody on the renovations over at Simmons Bank. We got a new capacity number for the Tigers football stadium. I'll tell you what it is in about 40 minutes. Lionel Messi recorded his first career hat trick in the World Cup in last night's victory over Algeria. It was real GOAT stuff from the 5'7" magician. We're going to celebrate South America's greatest short king. We're going to do that in just a bit. Meantime, World Cup fans from Scotland continue to just party like crazy in Boston. Scotland beat Haiti last Saturday at Gillette Stadium. They play Morocco this Friday at Gillette Stadium. In between, lots of drinking. I'll get Bennett to tell you how much a little later on in the show. If you were wondering why Floyd Mayweather is scheduled to fight later this month in Greece at the age of 49, it appears it's because he's broke, like real broke. Legendary boxer is now facing felony charges for passing bad checks. That's not the type of thing a rich man does, I don't think. In simple terms, he keeps stiffing people. It's a bad look. I'll tell you what Money Mayweather, that's a rough nickname for these days. I'll tell you what Money Mayweather allegedly did. We'll do that in the third segment. And Redbirds star For now. Joshua Baez made it onto SportsCenter last night. Scott Van Pelt was talking about him.
How about that?
4 home runs at AutoZone Park.
Jeez.
In a 12-5 win over Nashville. About time we got over on Nashville. Just needed Joshua Baez to do it. Awesome stuff last night here in downtown Memphis. We'll applaud the man who looks like the Cardinals' next superstar during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll eventually do GP's Carryout, and that's when we'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to, but I want to start in the NBA, where the 2026 draft is now less than a week away, which is among the reasons Lang Whitaker and I were at Southland Casino Hotel last night talking with Grizz fans. First and foremost, special shouts to Carly Knight for keeping things organized. She kept us on schedule. Without her, we'd have been real lost.
She's the best.
The best. Also, special shouts to Grizz fans who were at Southland last night, hanging out with us. We had a bite. We had a drink. We had a talk. First 30 minutes or so, Lang and I just sort of talked through the draft. You know, the options at number 1, options for the Grizz at number 3. Will Memphis trade up from 16 and get a second top 10 pick? Is there a player we hope drops to 32? We talked about it all last night at Southland, but also in the NBA draft board breakdown episodes that Lang and I have been doing for the past few weeks. So if you've missed those, you can find them on the Grind City Media YouTube page. We talked about the draft about as much as I want to talk about it. And then we did it again last night for another 30 minutes. And then we took questions.
Okay.
Big Bet Ben, it's good to see you.
You too.
On a Wednesday morning. Hoping these clouds stay, free of rain. Can you guess what question eventually popped up inside the Charred Oak Bourbon Bar at Southland last night?
Oh, I'm sure that people were obviously curious about what the Grizzlies are going to do with the number 3 overall pick.
Sure.
I think that was probably top of mind.
We talked through all of that. Like, is AJ Devonta possibly going to be on the board? Probably not. What does that mean then if he's off the board? What do the Jazz do at 2? Is that Cameron Boozer? Is that Darren Peterson? Would you feel comfortable drafting Darren Peterson at number 3 if he's available, given that he didn't play a lot of basketball in his 1 year at Kansas, and we've been through something similar, for a few years here in Memphis. We talked through all of it.
For what it's worth, yes, on my end.
We're going to get to that.
Okay.
And then a gentleman raised his hand. Because that's why we're doing it. Raise your hand.
Yeah.
And then Carly will run over.
Q&A. That's how those work.
Yeah, Q&A. Raise your hand. Carly will run over there with a microphone. You can ask a question. We'll do our best to answer. And at some point, a gentleman, he raised his hand. And he said, what are the Grizzlies going to do with Ja Morant?
Fair question.
It's a reason. Hey, I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming.
Prepare for that one.
I don't know if it sounded like I was prepared for that one, but I knew it was coming. And so I tried my best to answer as honestly as I could by saying, well, what the Grizzlies are going to do with Ja Morant is trade Ja Morant, probably sooner rather than later. And then I tried my best to explain why. And then after that, I asked the audience, a collection of folks. I asked them if I could ask them a question. I know this is a Q&A, and the way it's supposed to be working is you raise your hand, Carly runs to you, puts a mic in your face, you ask me and Lang a question, and then we try to answer the question. I know that's the setup here, but if you don't mind, can we break away from this for a second? Because I'd like to talk to you guys for a second. I'd like to ask you a question. And they said, sure. They seemed agreeable. Nice group of folks. So I said, here's the question I want to ask you. I said, when you hear, because you're going to hear this, when you hear that the Grizzlies have, it's official now. When you hear that the Grizzlies have traded Ja Morant, forget what the return might be because that's not the point. That's not what I'm trying to ask you. When the trade happens, it will represent the moment the Grizzlies officially moved on from the franchise point guard we all once hoped and expected to someday lead this franchise to an NBA championship. That will be a weird day. So I asked the audience this question. How will you feel? Will you be mad that it's over? Or will you understand and be maybe sad that it came to this, but glad that we're finally moving on? Big Ben Bennett, I asked for a show of hands after both questions.
Okay.
In terms of percentages, 50-50, 70-30 one way, 90-10 one way, whatever. What do you think the breakdown was among the collection of people at Southland last night Grizzlies fans.
Uh-huh.
When I asked those two questions. First one was, are you going to understand? And maybe, I'm not trying to take emotion out of it. You might be sad or, man, right? But are you going to understand and be like, we're moving on, let's go? Are you going to feel that? That was the first question I asked. Mm-hmm. And then I said, or are you just going to be mad, and why? Why did we do this? Why are the Grizzlies giving up on Ja Morant? How are you going to feel? I asked both of those questions. The first one I asked was, are you going to understand and be okay with it? In terms of percentages, what do you think I was looking at?
I'm going to say that it was, I'll say 60-40, they're going to be okay with it.
That's what I would have assumed too. And that's why I'm glad I experienced this last night.
Uh-huh.
Because I think it's very easy for some of us to get into our bubbles. The truth is, I'm not out in the bars, in the restaurants, out talking to strangers a lot. I'm at my kids' practices. I'm at my house. I'm at a golf course. I don't have a lot of random conversations, right? So I come on here every day, and I'm basically in this computer, and I'm seeing what people say, and I've got my own opinions about things, and I talk to the people I talk to, and I think your answer is if somebody would ask me, what do you think it's going to be? I'd have said, I think most people understand. Ja Morant has been everybody's favorite player. I don't know that there's a kid in the Memphis area that doesn't have something Ja-related in their home, whether it's shoes or a poster or something, jersey, shirt. I know my kids got we got thousands of dollars wrapped up in Ja 1s, Ja 2s, Ja 3s, Ja jerseys. Thousands of dollars.
Absolutely. Same.
And I understand people would be like, man, I hate that it came to this. But I had sort of gotten to a point where I understand why this is going to happen. The people I associate with on a day-to-day basis seem to understand why this is going to happen. I think everybody over in the big studio kind of understands why this is going to happen and kind of on board with it's time to go. And so if you'd asked me this question yesterday, I said, yeah, it'd probably be about 60-40. People understand. I think people get it. I know some people are going to be upset, but I think most people get it. That's what I would have said too. You know what it actually was?
What?
I mean, I didn't count one.
Yeah, I got you. Estimate here.
75-25, we're going to be pissed.
Wow.
It was flipped the other direction. And that was interesting to me because I think people understand that it is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I have miscalculated a little bit how it's going to feel, what the reaction is going to be. And so last night, I asked that question, and I get the show of hands, and it's a few are going to be glad to move on, and then a bunch going to be mad. And then I sort of talked through it, and then the conversation started happening in the audience. And somebody's like, well, I just don't understand. And somebody else was like, well, he never plays anyway. And next thing you know, the audience is arguing with each other about Ja Morant, to which point I chuckle and be like, all right, I didn't mean to start this. Let's get it back on track. But that was interesting to me. And then I spent the next 10 or 15 minutes or however long sort of explaining, like, nobody wanted this. Trust me when I tell you, if anybody could have written this book, it would be written differently. But this is just how it played out. This is where we are. If you want to get into it, I can tell you how we got here, but we don't need to argue about where we're at. And I still got the sense that most people in that room don't want this to happen. And to reemphasize, these aren't just random people like, who live 3 doors down from me or have a Twitter account but live in Oklahoma City. These are Grizzlies fans. These were people who were wearing Grizzlies gear, who got into their cars and drove to West Memphis and walked into a place and sat down. And these are people who want to spend their, on some level, Tuesday night listening to me and Lane Whitaker talk. And it's not just as easy as clicking on YouTube. I mean, you got to get in your car. You got to go, this is what we're doing tonight. These people care. These are real people who really care. And what they left me with last night was, we still don't want this. We understand why it might happen, but if you put us in charge, we wouldn't do it. I don't think that has any influence over the front office, nor should it. But it did remind me, if I had forgotten, that when this goes down and I'm like, okay, we're done here. And yeah, it's time. I will be in the minority. Most people are not going to feel the way I feel. And you are one of them people, aren't you?
Yeah. No, I mean, I get it. I think that there is a, obviously he's the biggest star that we've ever had, right? You know, it's
undeniably, he is the biggest professional athlete we've ever had.
And I mean, obviously, we're in the grand scheme of the NBA, we're a younger franchise, right? We're 25 years in Memphis, but like in the grand scheme of the league, we're a younger franchise. And so most of these franchises have had more than one big time star come through. And so I think that there's just this not wanting to let go aspect of it, right? Like we want it to work out until it just can't work out anymore. Right. And we probably are at that point where it's not going to work out anymore. Or the front office has gotten to that point, but the fan base hasn't.
But
I just think that that's what it is. I think that there is this, you know, obviously the yearning for it to have all worked out and what we experienced early on in his career here with the Grizzlies and wanting that back. And then also the fear of what could happen when he leaves. Yeah, I think there's that too.
I think all of that's real. There's people who wanted it to be. We all want, no matter what you want to happen now,
right?
We all wanted this to go very differently.
Of course.
And it just didn't. I could run you through the reasons why, but I think we've done that before a bunch of times. And so I think it is that, some of it. Like, we've had Zebo. We've had TA, we've had Mark and Mike, but you couldn't go into any lids, for lack of a better store, in America and find a Zebo jersey or find a Mike Conley jersey. But you can walk into any store like that in the world. If they sell basketball jerseys, Morant's going to be in there. Mm-hmm. He's the first one we've ever had like that.
Yes. Signature
shoes, all that stuff. So I think some of it is that. He's our star. We always worried he'd leave us. Mm-hmm. And now we're actually the ones leaving him? What? That was the sentiment I was left with last night. In fact, another gentleman asked, who wants this? Who's doing this? When this goes down, whose decision is it? And who knows what Josh said behind the scenes? There's reporting on that. But publicly, with a camera on his face, into a microphone, he has never said the words, I do not want to be in Memphis.
Right.
He's never said that. What he's done, his actions say a lot, but verbally, he's never said that. And so I think that's a component in this as well. Like, he doesn't even want to leave us. Most stars like him want to leave small markets like this. And he doesn't even want to. At least he ain't said it. So what are we doing? I got a lot of that last night. And then a man said something to me that I thought was interesting. And he's a lifelong Memphian. He described himself as, just like you, just like me. And he summarized it this way. Tell me what you think of this. He said, we are a city, Memphis, broadly speaking, of injured people. And we want to, injured people want to help injured people. We don't want to give up on Ja Morant because as a city, we see ourselves in Ja Morant. Great potential, but flawed. Falls down sometimes. We want to help him back up. That as a city, we see ourselves in Ja Morant, and we don't want to give up on somebody when they're struggling or when it's got off the rails a little bit. Let's grab them, pull them back in, and get them to a better place. Whether that's faulty logic or not, he seemed to think there was that underlining thing as well. Make sense to you?
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't dismiss
get the sentiment.
I don't dismiss it out of hand. I don't know. It was just interesting to hear.
And you got to, like, I think too, like what you said and what I said, like, I mean, a lot of, if you consider yourself a Grizzlies fan and have followed this team over the years, like, you probably got a Ja Morant jersey. You probably got the shoes. You probably got a T-shirt. Like, you've got all this. You've invested.
Well,
right?
I told this story. Right? I told this story last night. My younger boys came up here. Family count everybody Monday, I guess, afternoon. And we were just popping around downtown, and we're in the Grizzlies den, and Lou got a new Grizzlies hat. And I guess they had been to Lids earlier in the day. That's why I brought up Lids a second ago. It was in my head at the outlet mall down in, off of Church Road down in South Haven.
Tanger.
Yeah, you go. And apparently at these stores you can get like things. You can buy a hat and just leave it as is, but you could also put Big Bet Bennett on the side of it embroidered if you wanted to.
That's cool. And
so what Lou wanted to do is take his new Grizzlies hat that he got from the Grizzlies Den down to Lids and get it embroidered, right? Mm-hmm. And so me and Oliver went home, and Kel and Lou went to Lids. And he came home and he wanted to show me his new hat. And on this side, he got embroidered Louis, his name. Grizzlies hat logo just like yours. Louis is on this side. And then he said, yeah, and then I could get a Grizzlies player on the other side. And I said, okay, let me see. Flip it around. You know who it was?
Ja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you realize he's not, buddy?
Yeah.
That's his man. He loves Ja Morant,
But it's also like for kids, it's who they know, like with the team. It's why it's obviously super important for whoever they draft and this next generation of guys with the Grizzlies to become fan favorites. Right?
I do think there is some value, and then we'll get Vernon in here, in packaging, like getting all this done at the same time. If there's a way to do it, because if you just have the Grizzlies have traded Ja Morant, if that's the one headline on one day, that's the only thing we're consumed with, fans are consumed with, and I just told you what the reaction is going to be from fans. I'm going to come in here whenever that happens, and I'm going to explain to you to the best of my ability why it was time to do this. In fact, I'll explain to the best of my ability why it was probably past time to do this. But I know I'm not going to change some people's minds. I can do it as well as I can do it, and I know I'm not going to change some people's minds. I think I had forgotten that until last night, and it was put right in front of me. And so ultimately, you got to do the deal however the deals happen, right? But if it's just a Ja Morant has been traded to the Miami Heat for whatever, that is going to be a rough day for Grizzlies fans. If it can all happen at the same time, like if it's the Grizzlies drafted Cameron Boozer at number 3, and then package the 16 with something and Ja Morant to move up to 5 to draft Keaton Wagler or Darius Acuff or whatever, then it's like those same people will be upset Ja Morant is no longer here, but in the same moment, it'll be like, but where do I get an Acuff jersey?
Right.
You need that. You need something like, I need to be able to tell my boys and other people, I'm certain, hey, Ja Morant, it's over, but remember Darius Acuff at Arkansas? Or remember Cameron Boozer? Or Keaton Watt? Whatever. We need to be able to celebrate something at the same time fans are mourning the other something, if it's possible, because I was reminded again last night that the reaction to this is not going to be a positive one. It is, broadly speaking, probably going to be something that Grizzlies fans aren't happy with, even if we've spent months explaining why it's probably going to go down the way it goes down. I'll see what Vernon thinks next.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
New Amsterdam Vodka is an official partner of the Memphis Grizzlies. It's the only exceptionally smooth vodka that is 5 times distilled, 3 times filtered, and rated 93 points. New Amsterdam believes wins big and small become legendary when you celebrate them with your crew. So here's to the blue, white, and gold, the Memphis grit and grind, and reliving winning moments big and small with Tennessee's favorite basketball team. New Amsterdam Vodka. Find your wins.
Big shouts out to our guy, Zodiac GM.
I don't know how Zodiac has not been hired by a front office yet. Seriously.
This is going to feel a little bit. Zodiac nailed it. I mean, just nailed it.
Nailed it.
Absolutely nailed it. Obviously, look, if the Grizzlies are smart, if any team's smart, they're going to contact this guy about the energies and who to draft and who would fit in with the energies.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Welcome back, Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South inside the Built Ford Tough studio and on Wednesdays. I'm joined by Chris Vernon, host of the Chris Vernon Show, weekdays noon, Grind City Media. He's here right now. When's your draft chalk talk out at Southland?
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll be out there.
Let me tell. Hey, I'm gonna let you do it however you want to do it.
Okay.
Let me tell you the way Whitaker and I did it. We talked for about 30 minutes or so through the draft. Options at number 1 for Washington. What's going to happen at the top of the draft?
You talked for 30 minutes?
Man, it ain't hard for me to do.
Golly.
I just get going.
I thought it was like a Q&A.
Sometimes I look over there and laying and I can just see him going.
Did you prepare something?
All right, I just, you know me. I'm just talking.
You just talk.
Well, I mean, honestly, like everything I was going to talk about last night, I have said 1,000 times.
So then the entire crowd fell asleep, and then what?
Crowd fell asleep. And I think Lang fell asleep at one point too. Like, all right, wrap it up. We've heard your stupid stories enough. Wrap it up. And then we turned it into a Q&A.
Oh, okay.
Anybody got any questions? And at some point, a fella raised his hand and he said, "Yeah, I got a question." And I said, "Okay, go ahead, ask it." He said, "What are they going to do with Ja Morant?" I said, "Okay, I knew this was coming." So then we talked through that, and I said at that point, "Hey, can we stop here for a second? Because I'd like to ask you guys a question. You're Grizzlies fans. You got Grizzlies gear on. You're in West Memphis to talk about the draft. So you care, clearly. When it goes down, the Ja Morant trade, how are you going to feel?" And I said, "Show of hands. Like, you understand it. You're ready for it. It's time to move on. Show of hands." And then the other group, let's just say, like, "Hey, you don't want this to happen. You understand it's probably going to, but you don't want it to happen." And it was about 75-25. People said, we're going to be mad. We do not want this to go down. And that surprised me a little bit. I guess it shouldn't have.
Nobody,
right?
no, nobody ever. I mean, like, but again, you could have done this. I mean, look, when your team has a losing record, nobody's going to care about the stuff if you become a winner, right? As we always say, winning cures everything. Gary, I would tell you this. You could have said, how many of you guys would redo the Desmond Bane trade? And it would have been 95% no and 5% yes.
I'm not sure.
How many of you wish you could take back the Jaren Jackson trade?
That one did come up.
And it would have been 80%, yeah, I'd take it back, 20%. I mean, nobody, you start to love these guys.
Right.
Nobody ever wants the change. Trust me. I might have known it was time the first year when I left radio and I came to Grind City Media. The first year was the Fizdale year, and then the next year Fizdale got fired, and Tony and Zach were gone after a year. We stunk.
Right.
I wanted Tony and Zach back. I mean, I'm watching Zach Randolph come back in a Sacramento Kings uniform. I'm watching Tony Allen play in New Orleans. Now, in the end, it was time, right? But I would rather root for them. I wanted my guys. That's my familiarity. That's what I wanted. And so that's how that goes.
I guess the reason it caught me slightly by surprise is that I had sort of, in my head, gotten to a point where if somebody would have asked me, how do Grizzlies fans feel about what's about to happen, I would have said, Nobody likes it. Nobody wants this. He's everybody's favorite player. This sucks. But most Grizzlies fans understand it's time. That's what I would have said. And what I was presented with last night was, no, we don't think it's time.
I don't think that. No, I don't think that's what you were presented with. I think you should have just, after you made your first statement, that's full stop. Again, there is no, you asked them, how are you going to feel about it? And
not even that. It wasn't just like a feeling thing. Like, do you want it to happen? Would you stop it if you could? And about 75% of the people there said we would stop this if we could. We do not want Ja Morant to be traded.
That's every transaction with a player you love. Literally. Every transaction with a player you love is like, yes, it is.
I don't think that's right.
I'm telling you. I mean, we had the core four. Like, what was it time to get rid of?
Okay, it was time to get rid of Mike Conley. I don't remember 75% of the people saying, no, I don't want to do this.
But we had gotten the number 3. We had gotten the number 4
we got the
whatever,
number
2 pick in the draft.
We got the number 3 now.
And it was a point guard.
I got that.
You know what I'm saying?
I know, but you can't say if we love somebody, we don't want to move on. And I'm telling you, people didn't feel that way about Mike Conley. I don't remember many people saying, don't trade Mike Conley. I don't want to do this.
But that was only because we had Morant.
Well, we're about to have somebody new, too.
Right, but it's not going to be Ja Morant. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want, I mean, anybody that you love, they love him.
They loved Mike Conley, and when it was time, everybody.
But Mike Conley had been here for 12 years, and everybody else was gone, and we stunk.
The only thing I'm pushing back on is that if you love somebody, it is very difficult to understand it's time to move on. Franchises do this all the time. I always knew there would be a sentiment of the fan base that was like, no, don't do it. But I thought it was closer to 30, not 75%.
I mean, again, 2 things here. Number one, I totally understand, and I felt that way when it came to other players that I loved in the past. You might understand, but you still don't want it to happen, right? That's inevitably how there's going to be a bunch of Boston fans, if they move off of Jaylen Brown, they will understand, but they're not going to like it.
I guess this is what I meant with last night. Not only do they not like it, they don't understand.
I would also say this, though. You've got to be careful. Like, yes, I understand that those are ardent Grizzlies fans, but it is still a very small sample of ardent Grizzlies fans. You know what I'm saying?
But that is how polling is done. Like, they call 700 people, and then they say this is the national poll.
Right.
Like, it was a small sample size, clearly, but, like, I didn't expect to hear we don't want this.
Because they don't blame Ja.
But that's crazy to me at this point.
I know. Yeah. But that's partly because, like, he hasn't been, like, I mean, partly it's, it's much easier to make the organization the bad guy than it is Ja Morant the bad guy in all of this. And he is one of those that we have loved him for his faults. Like, I mean, I think even me, after going through everything that has taken place, I was there in January pleading, like, bro, just get in a room. You know what I mean? I think he has gotten incredibly bad advice. Maybe he will look up and maybe he will get everything that was going to come to him. But what I thought at the time was, if it is a contract extension and you're upset because you've watched Desmond Bane get made whole and you've watched Jaren Jackson get made whole and you've gotten all this stuff done and you haven't gotten a contract extension, this organization is not willing to commit to you for good reason, for that matter. The best way for you to get what you want is to be awesome and available.
Right.
And it lasted 2 games.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It lasted 2 games, and then it was over after that. And so I have also said this 1,000 times, and I think you've agreed with this. So maybe I don't understand why you're so surprised by that. I think we both think that there is a very high percentage chance that we look up in 4 years and he regrets it and we regret it.
I said that last night.
Right.
I said when the documentary.
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, especially when he's got a Grizzly tattooed on his back.
Well, you know what
I mean?
Yeah, I think a good tattoo artist can fix that.
And also, there hasn't really been the pushback to, people will remember him saying, it has been a superstar that has loved Memphis. He has never veered from that, and that is going to pierce your heart unlike anything else as a fan. The guy that he said, I wanted to be. Yeah. I want to be here. Everybody knows where I want to be.
He's made a bunch of bad decisions over the years. I think a smart thing that he has done is never been on camera, on a mic, saying, I want out of Memphis. There is reports that he said it behind the scenes. Right. His actions certainly speak loudly.
Right.
But he's never said those words. So when this goes down and Malika Andrews is sitting down with him, he is going to be able to say,
I didn't.
For the fans who were there last night, he's going to be able to say to them, I did not want this.
Yes.
I never asked for this.
Right.
And those fans.
So that's why fans feel some kind of a way.
Yeah.
They see the tattoo and they see that he built a, put his stake in the ground here and wants to be here. I mean, look, you're sitting across from him.
Yeah.
He's going to be heartbroken.
Yes, I know.
He would have raised his hand.
Yeah.
Last night.
No, I know.
So how are you surprised?
I guess.
You sit 5 feet from a guy.
I guess I knew that Bennett and people like Bennett existed. I genuinely thought most Grizzlies fans had gotten to a point where we love this guy. We never wanted it to end like this, but it's time for it to end. That's where I thought most people.
I will still be. It's still gonna suck. I mean, like you go into my game room, and I mean it's omnipresent. Like honestly, like my whole game room is so upsetting now.
Dude,
I swear. I was watching the other night. I was watching the NBA Finals. I swear to God that you look at my game room. And there's the Tony and Zach stuff, whatever. But I mean, it's Morant stuff, it's Bane stuff, it's Jaren stuff. I've got a blown up poster of Brandon Clark dunking on Ian Mahinmi. Yeah. Like the whole damn thing is so depressing. It's unbelievable. I'm like, I need to redecorate.
Dude, my family.
Just give me some Cardinals crap because that's the only thing that's making me happy right now.
In the last year, my family has lost Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bane, Pete Alonso.
Unbelievable.
Oh, shout out, Pete.
It's unbelievable.
Man's crushing it.
Like, in Lou's bathroom. And
by the way, I also, if you go in my son's room, there is a Desmond Bane poster like signed to him. There is a Micah Parsons poster. I mean, it's just
in Lou's
and
bathroom.
Juice WRLD who's dead.
Oh, yeah, Juice WRLD's dead.
I mean, the kid can't buy a break. Every hero my son has ever had.
Who's your favorite rapper?
Juice WRLD. Dead. I know.
Who's your favorite? So, like, a lot of people have this poster. It's the drawing, and it's Ja dunking.
Yep.
It's Ja, Jaren, Desmond, Steven Adams, Brandon Clark.
Yes.
Every time Lou takes a piss, he's got to look at that.
Oh, dude. Also, when I go out to my, we have a refrigerator, our old refrigerators in the garage.
Yeah.
I have all of the magnet schedules. There ain't a face on there that's still around. Not one.
It's rough.
And they're not that old. It's not like they're.
It's not like they retired.
It's not like magnet schedules from 20 years ago. It's like 2 years
last
ago.
year.
Yeah,
it's like last year's magnet.
Last year's magnet schedule.
Last year's magnet.
God.
Last year's magnet sucks. I said this last week or the week before, and I got some pushback on it. Tell me if I deserved it.
Yes, you did.
About. I was like, hold on. I know when you are executing a trade, the conventional wisdom is you got to do what's best for you.
Okay.
The argument I made is that I actually think in this deal, the best thing for the Grizzlies, like the best thing, when we look back, the best thing for the Grizzlies is for Ja Morant not to be awesome with a glamour franchise. I think that's really hard for these fans to deal with. And I would hesitate to send him to a glamour franchise. I would do my best to do a deal with Sacramento before I did a deal with the Lakers.
I mean, I would be shocked if they said it's some place that's going to torture you for the next 5 years.
Like the Lakers said, hey, what's the Sacramento offer? And we can beat it. I'd say, I don't even want you to beat it.
Well,
unless I could get this offer and then take it back to Sacramento and get more. But I don't want to deal. I do not want to look up and see Shams doing a live hit from Crypto.com with Luka and Ja. I don't want that.
I do think that you're going to. I think it's twofold. I don't think that you have to serve two masters when it comes to that. I think you are going to get the best deal from. I think it's very plausible because again. The good teams are strapped.
Right.
The good teams are strapped.
Right.
That's why they're good.
Right.
You know what I mean? So adding a $40-something million player, that's not in the cards unless you know what I'm saying.
I got all that. I'm just saying, on a base level, I would be here. My position would be this: I am willing to take a lesser deal from a shit franchise than I'll take a lesser deal from one of them than a better deal from the Lakers or something like that. Than Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, I don't agree with that.
I am not. I'm not letting him go start with Anthony Edwards in Minnesota.
I don't agree with that.
I think the roughest thing for the franchise would be you look up and you're in a rebuild and he's actually
maybe, but I mean, okay, but Gary, here's where I'd push back on that, bro. If you believed in him, you'd keep him.
I see. I think I can hold both of these thoughts.
No, you can't.
I can.
If you believed in him, you'd keep him.
No, I don't know. Here's
what?
Oh, okay. Here's where I'm at. I think it's time to move on. I do not rule out the possibility that we could look up and he's, an all-star in a year or two. I don't rule that out.
But the most important
I'm not holding on to that, but I'm not ruling out the possibility, and I don't want that happening with a Lakers jersey on.
Okay, but the most important thing, if you move him, is that you're awesome. That's it.
Okay, but
that's the most important thing. But okay. You're sitting there worrying about if you trade him.
No.
Oh my God, I've got to watch him be awesome for somebody else. And it's like you're sitting there like it'd be like if you were going to divorce Kelly and your grand concern was that she doesn't get with somebody hot.
I know she would.
Of course she would. But that would, you know what I'm saying?
No, you got it wrong.
You got to get over that.
No, you got it wrong. That's a apples to oranges thing.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, and here's why. My main concern is not Ja Morant being awesome for the Glamour franchise. I'm just saying, in the offers that we are expecting the Grizzlies.
No, you just said you would take a lesser offer.
Yes.
No.
But I don't think any offer for Ja Morant's going to be great. If the Grizzlies are great or not, it ain't going to be because of the return of Ja Morant.
Okay, but bro, it'd be different if you wanted to tell me that the deals are even. But the number one goal is making your team awesome.
But what I'm trying to make clear is that I don't believe the difference in offers from the better offer.
No,
and the
that's not what you said.
I'm saying it now.
You said I would take a shit team's worse offer than
I would
good team's.
I would take a lesser offer from the Kings than I would the Lakers before I send him to the Lakers. That's what I mean.
Why?
Because I don't give a shit what he does in Sacramento. But if he is an all-star with the Lakers, this is going to be bad for this franchise.
No. What's bad for this franchise is if we're not good.
But
that's the only thing that matters.
The difference in Ja Morant packages is not going to be what makes this franchise great or not again. This franchise is going to be great or not again based on that third pick and whether Zach Edey stays healthy.
You take the best deal.
But it's also in your face all the time with the Lakers. Like if it was the Lakers.
Not going to the Lakers.
I'm just throwing that out
it's
there.
a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical based on the idea that I really do think it is a negative for this franchise for him to be awesome with a glamour franchise. And I would absolutely take a lesser deal. Not like, hey, the Kings are giving you this, but you could get Giannis.
Right.
Right. But like, hey, it's this with a extra whatever and this player, and you like this role player better than you like that role player, but you'll take the lesser role player because I'd rather send him to Sacramento. I believe that.
They are actively, if they move him, they're actively betting against what the future is going to be.
I am also betting against Ja Morant's future. I think most people are. I am also not ruling out the possibility that we could just be wrong.
Well,
like how about this? I am betting against me winning the lottery ever. But if I buy lottery tickets, I don't rule out the possibility it could happen. I don't think Ja Morant's ever going to be a star again. I don't think so.
You don't?
No. But I don't rule out
the why do you care where he gets traded?
Because I don't rule out the possibility that he could. I don't rule out the possibility. I don't think he will. This is the same thing we do about draft prospects all the time. I don't think Koa Pete is ready to be in the NBA, but I don't rule out the possibility that I could be wrong about him.
This guy's not going. Look, go look at the cap situations of these glamour franchises that you're talking about. They're already, you know what I mean? Any place you're worried about him going, it's not going to pay him the amount of money.
I want to be clear, I'm not worried about any of this stuff.
I got it, but I mean, he's going to want to
Yeah.
Max contract. That's the problem here.
Right. Right.
Is they weren't willing to dedicate it.
Right.
Right? They extended Jaren. They extended Dez. Those deals kick in next year for those franchises. He wants wherever he is getting traded to, he wants a long-term contract. And so if you want to line up franchises you would be scared about him going to, and then line that up with franchises that would be willing to pay. That's exactly why Trae Young was okay going to Washington, because he figured that's somebody that would actually give him $200 million or whatever the hell it is.
Right.
Same thing goes with Morant.
Right.
None of those teams that you're worried about or would be concerned about are paying Ja Morant the amount of money that he wants. That's why they're good, is because they don't pay $60 million. You know what I mean? Like, this is the Fox issue that's going on.
I understand. I understand it's unlikely that he's going to end up in some magical spot. But my point was, I do think it's...
What is magical? The Lakers? Who else?
I don't want him playing with Anthony Edwards. That could be a good thing. I don't want
Minnesota?
Yeah, I don't. Oh. Yeah, like if they're just in the Western Conference semifinals and Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant are both All-Stars, that's just not...
You care about Miami?
Less.
If they move out on Giannis?
I think I care less about the East because you only have to worry about.
So Western Conference is what you would care about.
I really do believe this matters. We can disagree on it, but I believe it matters.
Oh, I don't.
If he is averaging 24,
don't get me wrong, it would suck.
Yeah.
But the thing that matters is you being good.
I know, but I don't think the return for the Ja Morant package, whatever it is going to be the thing that makes the Grizzlies good. It's going to be a thing that aids the Grizzlies in the rebuild. But the thing if the Grizzlies are great again soon, it'll be because of Zach Edey, Cedric Howard, and the third pick in the draft.
More than likely.
Right. It won't be because of whatever package comes back with Ja Morant, I don't think. And so that's why I'm less concerned with that than I don't want my fractured and fragile fan base to watch the player they all love, and they're all screaming, don't do this. And then you do it because it's time and it's the right thing to do, and then it really does become a thing that...
I think he's probably not going to some glamour franchise anyway, more than likely, if he gets moved. And the other thing is, what you want it to be, it's what you want it to be. You want it to be exactly how it played out in Atlanta. Exactly how it played out in Atlanta.
You move on.
Do you think anybody cares?
Not now.
He had that city on fire.
What was the reaction the day of? I don't remember. Trae Young's traded.
I mean, it was like that was time. They were winning without him.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
They were winning without him.
But in the end, if you win, nobody cares about anything.
All right, let me ask you this, and then we'll get you out of here. Are the Grizzlies going to have to make a decision on Darren Peterson?
I kind of feel like this is all noise.
It feels like noise.
Right?
Yeah.
Feels like it's all noise. I think the most likely scenario, because, you pull it up the betting markets right now.
Yeah, it's still Devon's a heavy favorite, minus 400.
And then who's two? Heavy favorite?
Yeah.
Darren Peterson.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if those guys don't go 1 and 2.
Well, there's so much reporting now. Peterson's shutting it down.
Right.
And we can get into all the reasons why he might have done that.
Okay, well, let's say Peterson goes 1. Right?
Uh-huh.
That's what everybody's talking about.
Right.
Who's going 1? Okay? All right. Well, let's say Peterson goes 1.
Then DeBonsa 2.
I think you know who's going 2.
Right.
At that point. So,
I'm
kind of worried. It's all noise.
I'm kind of worried about what's happening with those other two franchises ahead of us. Like the Alex Sarr injury in Washington. Like, what if he's got foot problems now? What if you need a big if you're Washington? Will Anthony Davis be there long term? And then in Utah, you got the Walker Kessler deal.
If Washington, you're taking the best prospect. Period. I don't care about Alex Sarr's foot.
Look, bro.
Yeah, that's fair.
And here's what I'll say. And I'm not dinging Boozer for this.
Right.
What I'm saying is, when you have amazing perimeter talent there at the top, that is always going to go ahead. Just is. In this NBA, you have to have a closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have a closer. You have to have a best player.
That is part of why the Spurs fell apart in the fourth quarter over and over again.
Right.
Their best player doesn't really can't close a game.
And so what you hope is that Cedric Howard is a closer, and whoever you develop next to but you gotta generally 4s and 5s are not the ones that get it done when it matters most. That's not who get. Jokic is a obviously extenuating circumstance, but he's got Murray alongside him, right? Who hit a ton of big shots for them down the stretch for that team. But when they won the title, and Giannis is kind of like a one of one,
right?
And that's 5 years ago.
Right.
Now, I think what you're seeing is the guy usually has the ball in his hands, right? And you go back and look at finals history, and it's...
And Boozer's going to be the rare front court player who's going to have the ball in his hands a lot.
He is.
Yeah.
He is. But is he the throw him the ball, go get me a bucket?
Yeah. Well, yeah, in high school, yes.
For
In
sure
college,
those
yes.
other ones are.
Yeah.
But you would freely admit Devonsta and Ben, could see them in that role. Like, all right, game on the line. Same way Ja's been.
The thing with Boozer is he is efficient and productive forever.
Yes.
But he gets his shot blocked a lot.
Right.
And that's only going to be...
Yeah,
it's going to be a bigger.
Also, he's not like I'm gonna cross you over and go get a open.
No, he's like I'm stronger than you, and you can't be able to stop me from getting where I'm going.
Gravity, create your own shot. So I think this is a lot of noise, and I think by the time it all sifts out, it'll probably be Cam Boozer 3, and they will be popping champagne. That's what I'd guess. But I mean, you knew there was going to be a ton of noise with this.
Small sample size stuff, just like everything else from last night, but. When I was sort of talking to random people, like, how do you want this to play out if you're in charge?
Yeah.
And what I heard most was Boozer at 3, package 16, move up, and then Acuff is what people wanted. If you could introduce Acuff and Boozer next week.
Insane. That would be insane.
I mean, it's immediate, like.
Oh, my God.
Like, outside your studio windows, the little flags are gone. The player flags.
Oh, yeah.
They're all gone. And they're gone, but we'll get new ones. And if you throw a Boozer and an A-cup up there, it gets... I mean, my kids will have new jerseys by the end of the week,
Also, those ticket people downstairs they'd be off the hook.
Yes.
People want to go see that, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to talk about it instantaneous. I mean, you'd be the favorite league pass team.
I don't know.
You really would.
Yeah. I don't
instantaneously.
I don't know if Acuff is the best lead guard prospect of that group, but he is the one that would get people most excited.
All them people that raised their hands last night, they'd forget real quick.
Yeah.
They would.
Like, perhaps there is no Morant, but he's the closest thing to Morant.
He's already got a shoe deal.
Yeah.
And he's exciting as hell.
He's awesome to watch.
Oh, my God, he's fun.
Fun. The best.
Fun.
Man, what if we get to talk to him next week?
Who knows?
That'd be fun. I'm looking forward to it. All right, you go in your big studio. I'll see you later.
This place
all right?
sucks.
Get out of here. If you could get out of here. That's Chris Vernon. He'll be in a big studio in 1 hour and 8 minutes. We come back. Turn our attention to Simmons Bank. Ed Scott, athletic director over at the University of Memphis, held a press conference yesterday, updated us on all sorts of things, says he's got a meal plan he'd like to get involved, and he provided a new Bet you don't know how many people are going to be watching football in Simmons.
I do.
Okay, Bennett, I'm going to let you share the number then. We'll do that next. Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South.
Get ready, Grizzlies fans. It is time for the Surfside Can Shuffle. Can you keep up with the cans and find Mac the Crab?
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Playoff Corgi is a girl. Playoff Corgi, Eric Corgi, said that the Spurs are going to win in 7 games, and so the Spurs had Eric Corgi at the official finals pep rally, women and girls in sports.
Did they fly that Corgi in?
I don't know the details, but the Corgi showed up at the pep rally, and I just think that's an incredible moment.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Junior Grizzlies summer camps presented by Ortho South are the key to a slam dunk summer with over a dozen 4-day camps perfect for hoopers ages 6 to 14 looking to build fundamental skills and make unforgettable memories. With camps across the Mid-South in Tennessee, Mississippi, and Arkansas, you won't have to go far for the ultimate hoops experience this summer. Registration comes with a Junior Grizzlies jersey, lunchbox, and a basketball to take home. Don't wait, space is limited. Visit grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies today to secure a spot for a fun-filled summer. That's grizzlies.com/Junior Grizzlies.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled. And Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. And that's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays and the evenings and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more, orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now, I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Dr. Ed Scott, athletic director of the University of Memphis, held a press conference yesterday to talk about Simmons Bank, the home football stadium for your University of Memphis Tigers. And I got good news. Coming in on budget, coming in on schedule, and we got a new capacity for Simmons Bank.
All right.
If we fill it up, Bennett, tell the folks how many people are going to be able to fill it up.
I believe around 45K.
45,632.
Okay.
45,632.
I think that's good. I like that.
I mean, you could take it lower for me, but 45,000 is better than what it's ever been, as far as I'm concerned. That stadium has always been too big for them.
Okay, so I saw he also mentioned concerts, which was interesting. We know that Chris Brown concert got canceled, but they obviously still are wanting to do that, which kind of like, that gets me excited about like the capacity. I'm like, oh man, how big can they go, right? Like that.
Well, now we got to just get artists to book Memphis.
Yeah, that's right.
That's going to be tough.
We'll see.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hadn't been going so well lately. You notice that? Artists typically play Nashville, and then they'll play St. Louis, and they'll pop down to New Orleans sometimes, and they just skip right over us a lot.
I think we'll be all right.
I hope you're right.
Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope you're right.
Bit of a lull, but I think it'll get better.
45,632 will be the new capacity at Simmons Bank. At one point, the largest capacity ever for that stadium, it was at roughly 63,000.
Yeah, too big.
Way too big.
Yep.
So now we're down to 45,632. And Dr. Scott also mentioned that most of the revenue created by Memphis football, it's wealthy boosters who buy the tickets and show up and been doing it forever. But there aren't enough of them. If you're just relying on rich people in Memphis to come out and support Memphis football, there ain't 45,000 of them. Like, you're not going to fill the stadium up ever. So he made a point yesterday to say, like, listen, we've got to figure out a way to get more people into the stadium. And the best way to do that, I guess, is with awesome football, right? But
sure.
Other ways to do that would be like make it more affordable. And he's like asking if when you are at Simmons Bank for a Tiger football game, is it reasonable? Like, if you're a vendor inside the stadium, can you on your menu somewhere put together a $7 value meal where you can get a burger and some fries and a drink, or a hot dog and chips and a drink, or whatever and a drink? Like, can you make it where if Bennett wants to take his beautiful wife and boys to Simmons Bank, it ain't going to cost you $100 there just to eat? Can you do that?
They did it in Atlanta, and it's apparently worked out great. I haven't heard any bad things about that, and they implemented that years ago.
Right. And so I am for any new idea of how you can make everything to do with the University of Memphis more affordable, better, more enjoyable, because they are really up against it right now. We've talked about this forever. Ole Miss and Mississippi State are not coming into that football stadium this year. And, the basketball schedule, you're not in a league with Cincinnati and Houston and Louisville and, some of the big brands that you have previously been in the league with. So these schedules, like if you just want to watch big-time college athletics relative to what we call big-time college athletics, it's not here anymore. You are, I say this as respectfully as I can say it, it's a mid-major football conference. Or let's just keep it factual. It's a group of 6 football conference.
Yeah.
It's a group of 6 men's basketball conference, and not even one of the good ones on the men's basketball side. So the idea of, like, at Ole Miss, you can really just say, hey, do you want to watch, one of, if not the best football league in the country? Teams one after another come in here. Same deal in basketball. Then come support your Ole Miss Rebels. I can't promise you we're going to be great, but I can promise you we are going to be playing great people. We're in the SEC. It just means more. That's an easy sell. At Memphis, you can't just sell, come watch us. The NBA can sell the NBA. The NFL can sell the NFL. The SEC can sell the SEC. At Memphis, you're just selling Memphis. Mm-hmm. You're selling Memphis playing, group of 6 football and, mid-major basketball.
Yeah.
And so you can't sell the same things that power conferences can sell. Can you sell, hey, I don't know if you care about who we're playing, and I don't even know if you care about us, but we are these cities' Division I college football team, and you can get in and out of here, spend the day with your family, and you can maybe do it for as cheaply as you can go to the movies or do other things that you might do. So don't go to the movies. Don't go to Malco. Come to Simmons Bank and support your local university. We can make it not hurt you too much financially. Dr. Scott seemed to recognize that as a priority, and now the goal is to get it done.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this, man. It's why I was excited when it happened way back, however many years ago, when the university took control of that stadium. Just because they have so much invested in it now, I think this is going to be a big source of pride for the city. I hope people come out and support this season, even if the schedule's not great, because I do think even if you're a casual fan, why wouldn't you want to go see what they've done here, right?
Oh, I'm pretty sure we'll be at the opener just because I want
to see it.
I just want to see it. Yeah. I've done that before. You go to places just to hey, there's this new thing. Let's go see what it looks like. Mm-hmm. And Simmons Bank is going to be that for us. And frankly, I'm not even in that part of town too often. So I really haven't put my eyes on it in a while. And so
looks cool.
Yeah.
Pass it, yeah.
I'm excited. I mean, I will always be somebody who would have preferred 3 decades ago for somebody to figure out how to put a properly sized football stadium on that campus so it could be a magnet that lures me and my family to that campus multiple times a year. I've said this before, but I'm a Memphis graduate. I live 30 minutes from that campus. I don't know if my younger sons have ever been on the campus, ever, I would just like to walk through the campus with them someday, but there's no reason for me to do that because there's no reason for me to ever be on the campus unless I'm going to see Dr. Scott or football practice or something. So that magnet that Ole Miss has, Mississippi State has, most universities have, Memphis doesn't have it. That stadium that pulls people to campus. I don't like that. I would always prefer that. But I realize that's, I don't want to say impossible because that sounds defeatist, but it's much harder to do. And so this is what they did. And it will be the nicest football stadium that football program's ever called home. And I look forward to seeing it. And while I'm there, maybe we can all eat for $7 too.
Let's go.
Number 2.
Greatness was on television last night in the form of Lionel Messi. Did you settle in for Argentina and Algeria?
Bro, are you kidding me? I have World Cup fever.
I think I have World Cup fever.
I am consuming everything World Cup. I'm watching all of these matches. Last night was yesterday was just insane.
You had all the stars being stars. Mbappe,
Haaland, and Messi. Messi has the hat trick. The other two both scored 2 goals.
So they get 2 each. And then Messi says, I'm still the GOAT. I know I turned 39 years old next week, but I'm still going to do GOAT stuff. Goal, goal, goal. In soccer, they call it a hat trick. Mm-hmm. First one ever for him in the World Cup. And now he is tied for first all time in World Cup goals, expected to break that record in the coming weeks. It really was it felt like you were watching something special. Like if you could go back in time and be like, this is Tiger Woods winning the Masters or Michael Jordan Game 6. It felt like we were watching an all-time great turn in an all-time great performance last night.
I really wish you wouldn't have lost your Messi fever because this was a Messi show for literally an entire summer. And then it kind of just,
It was wild. I was going to bars in New York City to watch Messi play for Miami.
Yeah.
And it just sort of disappeared. At one point I had to Google, is he still playing for Miami?
Oh, yeah.
Because I just heard nothing about it.
Yeah, he's doing his thing.
They said he was too old.
Not so fast.
They said he was too short.
No.
I don't know if they said he was too short.
I don't think they've ever said that.
I know, but I bet somebody thought it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
he is a short guy.
5'7".
Yeah.
I think I'm taller than Lionel Messi.
You probably are.
Not as fast though.
Yeah.
Probably not as good with the ball.
Oh, it was awesome, dude. He's incredible to watch.
Here's how you know he's incredible.
Yeah.
Other incredible soccer players are like, dude, what are you doing?
Are you serious? Yeah.
It almost felt like when LeBron at 40.
Oh, it is very much some LeBron stuff.
Does this stuff, and the other NBA players are like, come on, man. Like LeBron, I was reading this morning. Everybody knows like he's the only player left from the 03 draft. But also 04, also 05. Like it's crazy.
Right.
Like there have been dudes who were drafted after him and were awesome, and they've been working in studios for 3 years. And every once in a while, he'll have one of those games, and you'll see like other NBA players. Like I work with former NBA All-Stars who are younger than him, and they are blown away that he is. And so every once in a while, he'll have these moments at this age, and people are like, at this age, he's still doing this? This is crazy.
Yeah,
and we got that last night with Messi. You had other World Cup participants in real time, like, all right, we got a match tomorrow, or we played earlier today, but I got to jump on Twitter and say something about this. This is crazy. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's been really good.
And he got real emotional last night. Did you see that?
Yeah. After his first goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you see his explanation afterwards? So you must think, like, I don't know, when he won the last World Cup, there was some real thought that, like, it might be his last World Cup.
Yes. They were talking about that during the World Cup.
Yeah, this could be Messi's final time to represent Argentina in the World Cup. And obviously we now know that's not true. He's in the World Cup. So I think you're just watching it on a surface level. It's like, well, here's a guy who's about to turn 39 years old. And 4 years ago, a lot of people assumed he'd never get this opportunity again. And not only did he get the opportunity, but it's 1-0 in the first. Emotional. He said after the game, they were like, we saw you get emotional and you don't usually do that. Well, what was going on there? And he said, I've had some hard days lately. It's got nothing to do with football. And my tears were nothing to do with the goal. It was just, I've had some hard days and I really appreciate my teammates being here for me and whatever. And it was like, I don't think we know what he's hinting at. But it sounded like, I don't know.
I hope everything's all right.
I hope everything's all right too.
Yeah.
But it certainly looked all right on the pitch, didn't it?
Yes.
So he is now tied with German legend Miroslav Klose in World Cup goals with 16.
I think we'll break that.
I think we're going to have to break that. And he also is tied with Klose for most wins in the tournament at 17. We're going to break that one too.
Yeah.
Records are falling in the United States of America this month. Bennett and Lionel Messi will be the reason they fall. He was awesome last night. I hope he continues to be.
Number 3.
Meantime, Scotland fans are going crazy.
I love it.
So they're in Boston. The Scots. They played there
the Scots.
this past weekend. They play again there on Friday. And so they just sort of set up shop in the greater Boston area. And you sent me the story. Bar owners in Boston have made it clear. We've done World Series.
Yeah.
We've done NBA Finals. We've done Boston Marathon. We've done it all here. St. Patrick's Day. We've never seen people drink like this. They are drinking us dry. Bars are having to make emergency runs because the Scots are drinking them dry. Does this surprise you?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
That's a drinking culture, man. Mad respect to them. You know, I had bagpipes at my wedding.
Why?
Just because I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Well,
I got a little Scottish blood in me.
I can see it.
I'm Irish at heart, but I got a little bit of Scots in me.
I read they were in a bar or a store or something, and an American, a little nerdy American, walked up to the counter, bar, wherever, and was like, yeah, can I have a couple of waters? Immediately got booed by all the Scots.
Yeah.
Just for ordering
Get your ass
water.
out of here.
Young man was just trying to stay hydrated, and the Scots were not having it.
So I take it like they're not. They're drinking all, and this. I don't do this. But they're drinking all of like the heavy beer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that they've ran out of like Bud Light and Miller Light at all the bars.
Sam Adams says that from Thursday to Sunday, the Tartan Army,
they want a proper pint.
They drank 4 times as much Boston Lager as it normally sells during a typical 4-day holiday stretch like the 4th of July. 4 times as much, the Scots.
Yeah, they don't. They like a proper pint. They're not trying to drink a bunch of pints of Miller Lite like me.
They don't want to Mick Ultra.
Correct.
No, they want heavy stuff.
Yeah, give
me all the calories.
Like I'd be perfectly fine hanging out with those dudes and slamming some Miller Lights, but I just take it that's not how they operate. They like it a little bit heavier.
I've found myself in certain situations lately where it was more appropriate to drink a beer than like have a drink. I haven't really drank beer in a long time.
Yeah, I know you're not a big beer guy.
I used to be. I used to. I used to enjoy a beer.
Yep.
You know, from age of like 13 to probably 30. But I just stopped drinking beer at some point. I just don't really. But I've been in situations recently where it's like somebody was like, "Hey, you want a beer?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take a beer."
Yeah. Oh God,
I think I like beer again.
Oh my God, I dream about it.
You dream about beer?
Well, because I've cut down my New Year's resolution was to only drink once a week.
Oh yeah, that's stupid.
It's yeah, probably, but you got to have some kind of resolution.
No, you don't.
And so
I don't. I had none. I woke up on New Year's Day. And you know what I said? I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing for the most part.
Yeah, so I only drink like once a week most weeks, and so man, once Friday or Saturday hits, buddy, that thing just it's so crispy and delicious.
Why are you restricting yourself so much?
I think health.
Yeah,
because my other New Year's resolution was you only get to have one sweet treat a week.
How you holding? What's harder for you?
I was initially going to say you only get sugar once a week. Then I realized literally everything we consume has sugar in it. And I was like, well, you can't do that.
That's not going to work.
That's not going to work. So I was like, you only get one sweet treat a week. It's going okay.
What's your preferred sweet treat?
Oh, like a slice of cake or a slice of pie, something like that. A good crispy
we keep
cookie.
Stuff around the house all the time.
Yeah, see, we can't. I'm
pretty good at I can just ignore it.
It's hard for me, man. It's hard for me to ignore.
I can ignore sweets pretty easily.
Not I. I don't know what happened when I got older. I used to, when I was a kid, I think something changes in you as an adult, and it's like after dinner, it's like, God, I want a little sweet treat.
I sometimes I go to the grocery store and I just see something and I think it's funny, so I'll buy it. So I saw these things the other day. They were literally called Fat Boys, like Fat Boy sandwiches. And it had it had a caramel drizzle, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy, because I just thought it'd be funny to be like, I'm gonna go to the fridge and get a Fat Boy. I just thought that'd be funny to say out loud. They were good, but here's my point: I bought them and I've had one, and I just don't. I don't go back to them. Where I recognize. Other people will be like, if you got a Fat Boy, you got to eat a Fat Boy every day until they're gone.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good with that. You know where I struggle with? Sodas. If there's a soda around, I'll drink it. If there's a diet soda around, I will drink that. And I know that's not good for me. I shouldn't keep I can't. If those are in the fridge, I will grab one.
Yeah.
But I can pass on cookies and stuff like that.
I like a cookie.
I like a good Sonic Blast though.
I like a cookie too.
I like a good Sonic Blast.
What's in that?
Oh man, whatever you want.
Soda and some extra stuff.
No.
Oh.
It's like almost like a milkshakey thing, but then they'll throw a Heath bar in there if you want them to.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, Oreo, but you get Oreo too, or Kit Kat.
I've had that. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Snickers. I like a good Oreo Blast. That's my sweet treat.
You know what my go-to at Sonic is? A cherry vanilla limeade. It's the cherry limeade, but you add a little vanilla to it.
Is that a special order?
Yeah.
How you feel about special orders? I don't like them.
Yeah, I like it.
My wife has to order. She has a pattern of ordering things special. Like she can't. Like she will say, "You'll say, what do you want to drink?" And she'll say, "A tea, half sweet, half unsweet." I'm like, "Geez, can we just pick one? Why do we always have to do this?"
I've like
you're doing the same thing. Just with
no. I've changed my ways on fast food ordering. I just take it how it is now.
Take it how it is.
Yeah, I never ask for specialty requests ever anymore.
I don't do it either. I feel like it's too much.
Yeah, I'll just take it how it is.
Yes, take it how it is.
Yeah.
And she just constantly ordering stuff like just where people got to combine things.
Yeah.
You think it stresses people out or just me?
Oh, it probably stresses people out too.
I told her that.
Yeah.
She didn't listen.
That's okay.
It's all right. Anyway,
let her have her half and half.
Anyway, the Scotland fans, if you're in the Boston area, tell them I said what's up. They seem to be having a good time.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right.
Number 4.
Floyd Mayweather's broke. He's facing felony charges for passing bad checks.
I saw this.
He says there's an explanation.
Okay.
But the story is it was a watch he got from a jeweler that he had been doing business with for years. And he wrote a bad check for like $200,000. And the check didn't clear. The allegation is that he knew it wouldn't clear. And the jeweler was like, this has been going on for a long time. At first it was like, I'll take care of you, don't worry about it. I'll handle it, don't worry about it. I got you, no problem. And then it's like, I can't even get a return phone call. You can't return an email. And like, I didn't want to charge Floyd Mayweather charged with a felony. But like, what am I supposed to do? The guy literally nicknamed himself Money Mayweather, has spent years bragging about how rich he is, and but he won't give me the $200,000 he owes me. So what choice was I left with? Meantime, Floyd Mayweather's got a fight scheduled in Greece later this month.
Interesting.
Sounds like he's like actually like real like. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff out there like second mortgage on this house, lost the plane. He seems to be going through it.
I mean, dude, he has lived like the most lavish lifestyle of any professional athlete we've like ever seen. And it's like, okay, that makes sense, I guess, when you're like having like the biggest fights of all time and record breaking, pay-per-view numbers and all that kind of stuff. But then what happens when that stops? Like you got to get money from some, where's your cash flow?
It's the number one thing professional athletes run into financially. And I think it's very easy to look at people when something like this happens and just be like, you idiot, because it is idiotic. But just because something is stupid doesn't mean it's hard to understand how it happens.
Yeah, you're used to it.
Well, professional athletes have such a weird career. The way it unfolds is not normal. It's not like the rest of us. You and I go to college, we get out of college, we get a job, and then we hope that, all right, whatever I'm making at 22, I'll be making more at 23, and then more at 33, and then more at 43 than 33, and hopefully more at 53. And you keep growing, and you plan to work into your 60s or however long you want to, right? That's a pretty normal American thing, or at least it used to be. Now robots are going to take everybody's job, I guess, but whatever. You get the point. So you can spend everything you make if you want to live like that when you're 22, if you're a normal person, because you probably ain't making that much. And you probably expect that this will be the least you ever make. But professional athletes often make the most money they will ever make at a very young age, and then it goes away. It's just gone. So like you get out of college, you get a job making $60,000 a year, whatever you make. It's like if you spend all 60, you can reasonably assume another 60's coming next year, and another 60's coming next year. And if you're lucky, at least 60 and hopefully a lot more is going to be coming every year for the next 40 years. So spend everything you got. If you want, you're going to have, you get it all back next time, next year, whatever. Professional athletes, it's like, I'm making $20 million this year. I'll spend it all. I'm making $20 million next year. Then you're 27 years old and it's just gone. You're not making $20 million anymore. But you spend it every year. Now what? This is a common story. And so you look at Floyd Mayweather. For a long period of time, he was making $100 million every time he fought. And spending like crazy. I mean, the lifestyle stuff is just off the charts. And then it's one bad investment here, one bad relationship there. It flips upside down on you. Yeah. And next thing you know, you can't even afford a $200,000 watch.
Right. We're for sure going to be looking up, and he's going to be doing like celebrity boxing or something one day. I mean, just to get a check.
Well, that's what this is. I mean, he's just going to fight a former MMA person to see if anybody and I can't imagine he's making much. But if you can't afford a $200,000 watch anymore, like even if you go from making a $100 million fight, even if you're only making $5 million for this one, like that $5 million is like really life-saving money on some level if you need it this badly. So cautionary telling there. I think if you ever get to a spot where you're making around $100 million a year, first thing you ought to do is realize this is not going to last forever, might not even last that long, and I should probably put this money in the hands of somebody more financially sophisticated. And I don't say that just about Floyd Mayweather. I say, like, if I stumbled into a $100 million a year job, I would not be in control of that money. Right. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd get somebody way smarter than me, and they'd be in charge of that money. so that I make sure I never end up in a situation where I can't afford a watch. For now, I'll just keep my Apple Watch.
Number 5.
Joshua Baez. Remember the name. 4 home runs last night at AutoZone Park.
That's crazy.
Just the third minor leaguer this decade to hit 4 homers in a game. It happened last night at AutoZone Park. He's the number 65 prospect, according to MLB, in minor league baseball. And last night, he hit it over the fence 4 different times.
Dang.
In downtown Memphis. Kyra, do we have it?
You'll see it.
Let's just watch these home runs as we talk over them in amazement about.
Perfect.
Boom, that's the first one.
Bolted deep down the left field line, and that ball is gone. It's a laser beam off the bat of Joshua Baez. This one hit in the air pretty well, deep to right center field. On the run is Laura. He won't get there because it's gone. In here tonight. This one powered deep down the left field line. It's a 3-home run ball game. Joshua Baez does it again, and the Redbirds go back-to-back in this 5th.
Again?
High fly ball toward left. At the wall. Admire the shot. It's a 4-homer game for Joshua Baez.
So in the history of Major League Baseball, so in the big leagues, 4 home runs in a game has happened exactly 21 times. Only 21 times in the history. And it happened in AAA baseball last night in downtown Memphis. Joshua Baez, 3rd-ranked prospect in the Cardinals organization, 65th in minor league baseball. And he did it, he said this last night, on the 3rd-year anniversary of his father's death.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Also, coincidentally, 3rd-year anniversary of my father's death.
Really?
Same day. And I didn't even hit 1 home run. I just sat there and watched a soccer match.
Yeah.
Never felt like such a failure as a son. He honored his father by hitting 4 home runs. I just sat in a recliner.
Well,
I guess there's always next year.
Yeah. No, that's pretty cool, man. Hopefully he's playing this weekend. I think we're going to try to get down there this weekend.
I had said recently I would like to. It's been a while since I've been to AutoZone Park. Like my kids, my young boys, I don't think have any memory of AutoZone Park.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
My kids haven't been yet.
Yeah, and I think Oliver might have been, but
mainly
I don't think
because Miles is going to act bad, but that's okay.
There's a minor league baseball stadium in downtown Memphis with an emerging star.
Yeah.
Hitting in the middle of the lineup who hit 4 homers last night. We should get down there and see him play before he gets called up to Busch Stadium.
Yeah, man.
That's got to be, that can't be too far off. You keep hitting 4 home runs in a game, you're going to end up in the big leagues pretty soon. Awesome performance last night. Nice win. 12-5 victory for the Redbirds over Nashville. You can take all our tax dollars, Nashville, but we'll be the ones hitting the home runs.
That's right.
Be back with Carry Out.
When the arena lights dim for a concert or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person who will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's a person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to give you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let other fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Grizzlies, take your fandom to the next level by becoming an MVP.
How long have you been an MVP? Since day one.
Enjoy the great benefits of being a season ticket member. Pre-game MVP moments, including Autograph Alley, exclusive Grizz gear deals, access to member or MVP-only player events, and much more.
He's been an MVP for 22 years.
Become a Grizzlies MVP today.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Stay on top of everything happening in the 901, the Mid-South, and beyond with Grind City Media's e-newsletter, bringing all the news and notes directly to your inbox. Lang's World, always by Lang Whitaker, touches on the biggest stories in the world of sports and pop culture, while Michael Wallace's Grizzlies Insider brings you all the latest coverage and analysis around the Grizzlies and NBA. Don't miss a thing. Stay connected to the conversation and sign up to download the lowdown today at grindcitymedia.com.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball, it's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by May 30th, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
A new era of Grizzlies basketball has taken shape, and you can be here from the very beginning at the 2026 NBA Draft Party presented by Southland Casino Hotel at FedEx Forum. It's going to be next Tuesday, June 23rd. The party is free to attend, so grab your friends, join Grizz Nation, and see who the Grizzlies select in the first round of the Talent Pack Draft. Mark your calendar today, and you can get all the info at grizzlies.com/draft. That's grizzlies.com/draft. Let's do carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Interesting headline out of Salt Lake City this morning connected to Walker Kessler. Tim McMahon's got the story. I'll read it. The lead to you here. The gulf remains between restricted free agent center Walker Kessler and the Jazz after Utah put an offer worth roughly $140 million over 5 years on the table, sources told ESPN. It would be the largest contract ever given to a center who has yet to be an all-star, and yet Walker Kessler has reportedly declined to accept it. What do you make of this?
Well,
it's kind of a weird story.
It is, because when and it's why I was like saying earlier, like it makes me like if you are in the Cam Boozer camp, it would make me a little nervous just because the Jazz might be searching for a big. But obviously, I think it's important for them to keep Walker Kessler because we know that Jaren plays better next to a traditional center, which is what Kessler is. And then you mentioned like it's the biggest contract ever for a center that's never been an all-star. So why wouldn't you take it? I think the reason why is because of what Wemby did this year. Like centers are way more valuable now, right? And especially in the Western Conference, like it is very important to have a guy that could potentially be a Wemby neutralizer, right? And ideally for them, that would be Walker Kessler. And so I think if you're in his camp, it's like, no, y'all need me. I want more because y'all need me.
It certainly seems to be what he's saying.
Yeah.
And, like 5 years, 140, that sounds like a lot of money because it is. Mm-hmm. But right now, for clarity, he's a restricted free agent, so he could take offers in that way. It sounds like he might just bet on himself and say, I'll get to unrestricted free agency, and we'll see how much I'm actually worth. But I think it's more than this.
Yeah. I mean, I do think people would be clamoring for a player like that. Yeah.
He is 7'2".
Yeah.
So... Hey, that's their problem. We got our own problems. We got our own problems. We'll deal with our problems. We'll let Salt Lake City. We'll let the Jazz.
By the way, can I just clarify? I have no problems. Like whatever happens on draft night, buddy, I'm gonna be ecstatic. Like if we end up with Cam Boozer, I'm fired up. If we end up with Darren Peterson, I am equally as fired up. It is all good. It's all good over here. I'm not. I understand the skepticism with everything that happened with Darren Peterson, but if I'm just assuming that you're not going to have to deal with any of that once he gets to the NBA, the talent is absolutely undeniable.
To me, that is the toughest thing. We talked through it all last night. The toughest situation you could find yourself in. To me, the easiest situation you find yourself in, the easiest realistic one. I just don't think DeBonce is going to be there at 3, period.
I don't either.
I think anybody else could be there at 3, but DeBonce is going to go 1 or 2. You'll never
agree.
You're not going to talk me out of that, all right? So I don't think they're going to have to make a call on DeBonce. I do think they would have to make a call possibly on anybody else. To me, I think it's pretty easy if it's DeBonsa 1, Peterson 2. I think at this point, pretty easy. You just take Cameron Boozer. It's the safest. It's the simplest. Nobody will criticize that. It has a very low chance of blowing up in your face.
Your front court's locked in for years to come. Yep.
To me, the uncomfortable one is DeBonsa 1, Boozer 2, and now you got to make the call on Darren Peterson. And I think it's harder for this franchise to make the call on Darren Peterson than it is another franchise, just because of what this franchise has been through.
Sure.
And I think I still pull the trigger. I want to be clear.
Yep.
I think I still would take Darren Peterson at 3 over Caleb Wilson or Keaton Wagler or anybody else. I would just have to subscribe to the talent and just be like, I'm not going to get caught up in the noise. A year ago, everybody agreed this is the best prospect in the draft. A year ago, everybody said this is the most talented dude. And I'm getting him at 3. I think I pull the trigger, but that's the one where I have to take a big all right, let's do it. Darren Peterson. Because like the jokes are already out there. Like I know. Yep. I saw somebody report Darren Peterson could fall to 3. And the reply is like, well, if Darren Peterson's available at 3, the Grizzlies should take him, keep Ja Morant, and then Ja and Darren Peterson can get together and they can figure out which games they want to play and which games they don't want to play, right? So like that's already what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And again, I would do it. I wouldn't be comfortable doing it, but I would do it. I'm pretty sure. Unless I just got terrified by something that they know that I don't know. Because the stuff I know is not great. But if they just got... But even with the stuff I know, I could talk myself into it.
Yeah.
But imagine. With the 3rd pick in the 2026 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Darren Peterson. And then 3 days before Summer League, we hear he's not playing because something's not right.
That would be scary. That would definitely scare everyone.
It would just be like...
It would scare everyone.
It would just
There's
be like,
no doubt.
Come on, man. No.
Yep.
And so I think the easiest, safest, simplest thing, just Cameron Boozer will be the 3rd pick in the draft. That's easy. Nobody's upset. I will get excited about Darren Peterson, but I will also be nervous that it's just not going to go the way it needs to. And this thing has to hit.
It's got to hit.
Like me and Vernon can debate potential Ja Morant packages from this place and that place and whatever. The most important thing for this franchise is that 3rd pick turning into your son's and my son's favorite player. That's the most important thing.
Yes.
And if it's Darren Peterson, I will get excited about it. But that's the one that makes that's the one that makes me the most nervous. But it's also the one where you could look up very quickly and go, "Oh, buddy, I can't believe these idiots got caught up in some cramping issues.
Yeah.
Look what we got. It's Kobe Bryant with no cramping issues." Yeah. Like the idea of him is special. The reality of it is complicated.
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to have all our answers soon enough.
Oh, man, I can't wait.
All our answers soon enough. That Walker Kessler problem, that's their problem.
Yeah, it ain't our problem.
We're going to let them deal with that.
Good.
What's today's biggest game?
I'm taking you back to the pitch.
Okay.
I'm taking you to the pitch, Bennett.
All right.
England and Croatia. 3 o'clock today on Fox.
Okay. How did I do last night?
You won with Argentina.
That's right. I thought we had Argentina.
England and Croatia getting together down at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. I got some numbers for you. You can get England at -140. I can give you Croatia at +400. Or you can take a draw at +270. How are you going to act?
I'm kind of nervous about this one for England. Dare I take a draw? Dare I take a draw? I don't think I've ever taken a draw on this show.
I mean, your record right now is 347, 297, and 4. You're up 9.6 units. That's more than 600 games you picked. I don't think ever a draw. You want to make history?
Let's take a draw.
Let's draw it.
Let's take a draw.
Draw it +270. Bennett is hoping that Croatia and England kiss their sisters later this afternoon down in Texas.
Croatia, they're not bad.
That's great analysis.
Aren't they? I feel like the last World Cup, they were in the mix. Like,
Maybe.
I think they made the round of 16 or whatever it was then.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think I'm right.
I'm gonna let you keep thinking that then. I'm not even going to look it up. I'm not even going to bother to look it up. As far as we're concerned, Croatia was great last World Cup. All right?
We're going draw.
Draw, plus 270. Kiss your sisters today down in Texas.
What are we watching on TV?
Well, I'm in the middle of a Toy Story marathon.
Nice. Getting ready?
I'm getting ready.
Hell yeah, so are we. I'm in the middle of one myself. I mean, they've all seen. So it's going to be little guy. Miles is 3.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be his first movie at the movie theater.
Oh, that'll be sweet.
Yeah, it's his. I mean, dude, he's 3. He is obsessed with Buzz and Woody. Like,
Yeah, of course.
that's his favorite thing ever.
Toy Story's
you
great.
want to calm him down? Toy Story.
There you go. Toy Story's great.
Yeah.
So we watched Toy Story, the original.
Yep.
1995.
Crazy.
What?
Still holds up.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's great. We watched that on what's today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
We watched that on Monday night.
Okay.
I had a plan in place.
Okay.
Monday night, 1. Tuesday night, 2.
Yep.
Wednesday night, 3.
Yep.
Thursday night, 4.
So last night you watched
I did by myself because everybody fell asleep because we got caught up in the Messi thing.
which one? 2?
I watched 2 last night by myself.
Criminally underrated.
I love them all.
2 is so underrated.
Did you ever see Quentin Tarantino talking
So
about?
when you get Jesse's debut,
Yes.
Zurg is the bad guy. That's kind of fun. You got the evil toy collector guy. I love it. I love that one.
Messi messed up our marathon.
Yeah.
It was like, by the time I got home from Southland, he'd already scored 1 goal, and I was like, we could be watching history.
Yeah.
And then we realized we are watching history, so let's just watch soccer. And then everybody went to bed.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm watching Toy Story 2 by myself if I have to. I think I watched it till like 1 in the morning.
It's great. It's great.
Tarantino said this about Toy Story.
Uh-huh.
He said he watched 1, 2, and 3, and he stopped there.
Mm-hmm.
He said he will never watch another one. And it's not because there's too much. You know what he said? I understand that people say Toy Story 4 and 5 are great, or 4 was great and 5 will be great and all that stuff. He's like, but Toy Story 1, 2, 3 are perfect. They're perfect films. And I don't need anything more than what I get in those 3. Those 3 are perfect, and I don't want any more. I don't want it. And even if you tell me 4 is great, I don't want it because I like 1, 2, 3 as the package. That's how great it is. Tarantino doesn't even want to see 4 or 5, and it's not because he thinks they're bad. It's because he thinks 1, 2, and 3 are just perfect, and you don't mess with.
I mean, 3 is my favorite one of all 4 movies, so I agree with that. But I thought 4 was really good too.
I thought 4 was awesome.
Yeah, 4 is fun. 4-key's cool.
Yeah.
4 is good.
Yeah. And this one, I imagine, is going to be great.
I'm sure it'll be great.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Yeah, I'm a little nervous because, I don't know if we're going to make it through the whole movie. I mean, again, he's 3. It's going to be his first movie theater experience. But I feel like that they've said that it's already, the box office is going to be insane for this movie.
course.
It's going to it might be the biggest movie of the whole year.
Yeah.
And so my thought is, if we go see that this weekend with our 3-year-old, it's his first movie. He's probably going to be squirming, all that kind of stuff. But, in the whole theater going to be doing that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be nothing but kids acting bad.
Toy Story 5 runtime. Let's see.
I'll say an hour and a half.
Is this intentional? Because 1 is an hour 40.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I noticed because I watched them in back-to-back days.
Yeah.
One's they're both right around hour 36, hour 37. Yeah. Toy Story 5, hour 42.
Yeah.
Did they intentionally keep them hour 45
Yes.
under because it's a
We got kids that can't sit still.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
I like a good under 2-hour movie.
So I apologize to anybody that's going to be in the theater, whatever showing we go to this weekend, because I try my best, but you know how it is.
Okay.
You got kids.
So I'm watching Toy Story 3 tonight, with or without anybody I live with.
Okay.
I'm committed to my marathon. Other people can not take it as seriously as I'm taking it, but I'm committed to my marathon.
I'm doing a bit of a marathon myself too.
What other one?
Besides Toy Story, House of the Dragon season. I'm rewatching season 2. It comes back this weekend.
And apparently the reviews are great.
I can't wait. I read the book. Fire and Blood.
Did. I know you did. I never go back and rewatch the whole season. I ain't got that kind of time.
I love doing that.
I don't have that kind of time on my hands, but I will watch.
Do you remember what happened in the first episode of last season?
Here's the thing. I never remember what happens in any of these things. I watch them and I will enjoy them. But if you were to ask me right now what's going on, I don't even know.
Dude, it was messed up. You heard what Kyra said. It was messed up. Remember those dudes sneak into the bedroom with the kids?
They killed the baby.
Oof.
Whatever. Yeah. I vaguely remember all of this, but I couldn't pass a quiz. If you said here's a quiz on season 2, I couldn't pass it.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of this stuff. I struggle with that. I don't remember television shows. Like, I will watch television shows and I'll be like, if somebody were to say to me, did you ever watch Sopranos? I'd be like, yeah, I love The Sopranos. And they'd be like, remember that episode? And and then you lose me right there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't remember the episode. I remember enjoying The Sopranos.
Yeah.
I remember the end. I remember the beginning. I remember the end. I remember the main characters. But like breaking down episodes, incapable of that.
Yeah.
And so House of the Dragon, like right now, you ready? I can't name a character. I can't even tell you their names. But I watched it all and enjoyed it. So what I have to go back and do is I have to go back and read it all.
Mm-hmm.
Watch a YouTube video or two.
Yeah.
Then I'm ready to go. So I'll be ready for that.
Good.
But I don't need to watch the whole thing over again. I didn't even remember it after watching the first time.
Oh, I'm excited,
What's
man.
the point? It's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
So you can start the House of the Dragon marathon. Join Bennett in that. You can join me in my Toy Story marathon. Or, this is what I was really going to tell you, Song Sung Blue is now on Netflix.
Awesome.
So if you have a Netflix subscription and you want to support Craig Brewer.
I saw Craig post about that.
Yeah, and if you want to support Craig, and if you just never saw Song Sung Blue because you didn't make it to the theater and you didn't grab it on Peacock or Amazon or wherever it was.
It was so great. I think extremely underrated. I'm so glad Kate got nominated for the Oscar this past year. I love that movie. I think it's one of his best, honestly.
It was great. You walk out of there feeling good.
Yeah.
You walk out of there feeling good.
Yeah.
It was perfect for that. So we saw it in the theaters. If you haven't seen it yet, or if you just want to rewatch it, you can stream it on Netflix right now.
What's the best thing we've read?
Version 18 of the Top 25 and 1 has been published. I moved Ohio State into the Top 25 and 1, up to number 24 from unranked. That pushed Kansas out from 26 down to what amounts to 27. This is the result of Ohio State adding L.J. Smith, 5-star prospect, who was in the class of 2027, already committed to them. He is reclassifying and will now plan to play for the Buckeyes next season alongside Curtis Givens III.
How about that?
Do you know he transferred to Ohio State? Curtis Givens going to be a Buckeye.
I did not realize he transferred to the Buckeyes.
He's going to be a Buckeye, and the Buckeyes will start this season, at least based on where the rankings are today, at number 24 in the Top 25 and 1. Version 18, it's on the homepage, CBSSports.com.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow will be Thursday. That means Michael Wallace will join me in the first hour. We will continue to get you ready for the 2026 NBA Draft, now less than 1 week away. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll try to enjoy mine. Meet back here tomorrow at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.